Ahoy fellas, Frankie Day back again YouTube. This evening YouTube was just a little shout out what I got at the hobby shop today and what I'm supposed to do with these two builds right here. I went to the hobby shop today fellas and replenished some of my model supplies I'm running short of. I'm short of a few paint and some adhesives and a few other essentials that's a modeler's must. And I stumbled over these two kits. These are all brand new kits. I've never seen these kits before. They've all been newly produced by Revell, and all these kits are all new tools. They're just not reissued or retooled. Just all retooled new kits. Just up to date standards, the standard of art of ejection plastic models. And I got two of them here I got today, and I walked out of there with a handsome sum of $35. I got two kits for $35. It's not bad. And I'd like to be able to show them to you right now, fellas. Right now, we'll start out with this little dude right here. This is 1/32 scale. This is a Piper PA-18 Super Cruiser Cub, and these are actually used by the United States Army as training aircraft. Actually, I would say probably during the Korean War vintage. This aircraft was done because the PA-18 came out back in 1949, and the J3 Cub and J2 Cubs came out back in the 30s, and it still has the same kind of engine power plant that it has on the Cub. So with the water engine, I think it's a Continental engine they used, and it's a dilly of a kit. You know, I've looked at it, and we'll go through these kits one by one. I bought two today, fellas. You know, and I was pretty well excited about this one here. So man, I never seen one of these. The only civilian ejection plastic model kit that was produced in the civilian category was Lindbergh. They used to make the old Piper Cub and the old Stinson 104 flying station wagon, the Voyager, what it was. And of course Monager made the Piper Tri-Pacer, and that was it. And but a 1/32 scale Super Cub, boy, that's a modeler's delight. And we'll discuss this kit in a few minutes here. Let me present kit number two. I put this bad dude over here next. This is new too, folks. Man, I wish I would have got this kit before I popped that Lindbergh one. This thing would make a dilly of a build, I tell you that. This is 1/48 scale, same scale as my Lindbergh PT-17 Stearman Cadet. This kit here is it's all issued new. It's a new kit. It's all tooling and everything, and it's 1/48 scale. And I'll tell you one thing, folks. This is a beautiful kit. I opened it up, you know, and look at the parts and everything, and I was pretty well amazed with the fidelity of detail and the crispness of the parts. And being a new kit, this thing practically just built itself out the glue. But starting with the 2014 February, the Boeing Cadet by Revell 1/48 scale. We'll make a fast inbox review of this bad boy right here, and we'll see what's shaking with the kit. And we'll put the box here. Okay, guys, we'll start with the instructions first. Well, I guess we'll all learn something about this kit, because the only thing I did is open up and looked at it and put the box on it, and here it is. Starting out with the kit. There's the kit instructions right there. It tells you do's and don'ts, the history. It's all bilingual. And the forwarding pages here, it has boy, I tell you, this is getting better by the minute, folks. I didn't ingest the instructions. This was the first time they actually got pictures in there. They got actually pictures there that show the aircraft, the model that's being built. Let me back and show it to you right here. I just kind of, there you go right there. They're starting to do the old 1950s, 60s routine like Monogram used to do. And they used to have pictures that show you how the parts goes and stuff. Well, anyway, the instruction sheet is pretty well. It's a pretty well enhanced instruction sheet. It gives you a lot more than what a lot of them are offered. To my recollection, is that the breakdown of the assemblies are very, very clear instructions. It shows you each part is supposed to go to, and also, of course, at the last page of the instruction pamphlet they give you in the kit is that it shows you the color schedule you want to use. Now, on this one here, since the Malemberg is going to be all yellow, overall trainer yellow, I'm going to do this one with cadet light blue fuselage and with yellow wings, and they got decals of Army Air Corps, also United States Navy, that goes with this here. And right here, the instructions, they give you a nice little protective sheet here to keep the decals from being marred, scuffled around from the sprues and the plastic. And there's a decal sheet it gives you. It also gives you United States Army Air Corps right there, which was used back in the 1930s, and also up the early 1940. And you got the star and bar, and also you got the round little meatballs there. For the Navy version, it's the star and bar. And you also over here in this section here, they give you also the dial faces, which goes on the instrument panel. And they got your wing walks over in this area in here. And we'll get a little closer view. You get to look at the decal sheet, folks. I'll try to keep it focused if you can. And wow, looks like they give you propeller decals too. That'll fit over it. Huh. Simulating the wooden prop instead of polished aluminum with Hamilton Standard incorporated back in those days. Huh. I'll be darned. That's a plus. Well, I'm pretty well impressed with that. Getting to the kit. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4 baggies full of sprues. This baggie here contains the horizontal elevator and stabilizer assembly, which is right in here. And we flip it over here in the back. It has the undercarriage over in this area in here. The undercarriage underbelly, which is the fuselage. I guess he broke it down in about 5 segments because it has a whole complete engine assembly on this thing. And of course, here's the fuselage itself, along with the rudder. The cabin struts has already been molded. I'll be darned. Oh, that's undercarriage. No, it's not. Yes, it is. They got the cabin struts and undercarriage right here that holds the top wing are molded on top of the fuselage. That's very clever. That way you have to worry about gluing the cabin struts. And there's a fuselage side set aside to dry and make sure they fit the top wing. It's already pre-molded there, so a lot of care is going to be taken with that, so that don't get snapped and busted. So that's got to be exercised with care. Okay, bag number 3 is the interior parts. You got the tubular frame lingeries, which fits inside the fuselage as added detail, and the fabric is doped over the fuselage lingeries. And this section right here, this is your pilot's compartment, 4 tubular floor empennage right there. You got your rudder pedals right there. You got your firewall, and the seats, the bucket type seats, are all molded here in the kit here. It's a dilly of a kit. And you got your turtleback top over here where the pilot and the student's at when they sit tandem. Okay, sprue number 4. There's 5 sprues. I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. My apologies. Sprue 4 has the wings. It has a top and lower wing sections. Only 4 pieces. Makes the top and bottom wing. And they're very detailed. The top of the wing, you can see the fuel tank. You can see the fuel tank right on top here. I'll just try to make it better. But there you can see on the bottom of the undercarriage of the belly plate fits across here. The top wing here, you can see the fuel the fuel vent ports, which fits on top of the fuel tank, because the fuel tank on the steering is right on top here. So that is section of the center of gravity of the airplane. And of course, lastly is the clear parts. Very crisp, very clear. The modeler selects use future. That's quite welcomed on there. I don't have any, so it goes inside of the carry-on, so I don't have to worry about dust about that. Okay, folks, that concludes the unboxing view of the year 2014 Revell Stearman PT-17 Cadet, or Boeing Cadet. Now we'll get to the Super Cub. And put the box back in there gingerly. I want to be quite certain. I want to snap those cable studs off that fuselage. That will be in a very, very sad shape. Something I will regret. Okay, guys, getting back to this Revell 1/32 scale Super Cub. We'll start off with the instructions first. And mind you, like I said before earlier, guys, I just opened up the box and take a look at it, and that's it. I didn't really get a chance to look at the instructions and stuff like that. I just kind of open up, take a fast glance, put the box on, put it stack up, put up there where my stash is at. Okay, we'll reveal the decals after this. Alrighty. Okay, starting out with the instruction pamphlet right here. This airplane's brand new, guys. They just released it. It's just been out. I don't know how long it's been out though, but I seen this in my Stearman on the hobby shop day. I had to buy these on the fly. These are all training aircraft too. I wish I would have got these earlier. So, anyway, nothing lost. Okay, here's the instructions, the typical do's and don'ts, symbols, everything, and the instructions start out with the cockpit assembly, which is all tandem right there. You can see how it's all assembled. You have the pilot's compartment right there, and the pick out the call-outs for the control panel, and the instructions goes on and on, folks, you know, and just typical instructions. And lastly, the kit gives you two options. Either it could be a military trainer of the United States Army, all painted all yellow, or it could be the civilian version, overall white with trim. And on the back sheet of the instruction pamphlet, there's a decal placement for the military version, United States Army, overall all yellow. All yellow. You got your star and bar on there, and which was used later on in the war up to the Korean conflict. And of course, you got your observation window right here. It fits on here. On the super civilian version, that part is omitted as an option because they didn't have it on the civilian version. Now this is on the military variant right here. Now for the civilian variant, it's on the forward page before I went to the. I get my stubby little fingers here. This thing is a brand new instructions and like a brand new dollar bill. They stick. Okay, here we go. Now we're making some headway. Okay, boys. Here's the upshot. This is the civilian version. Overall, all white. Can be painted antique white. And the trim is all red. And here's a call out box with a paint schedule on it like that. And the bottom square signifies white. So I've seen some of these Super Cubs before, like I have to paint like an antique white color, which is almost like a kind of like an off-white color, almost like a brownish white. But that was the color of the natural color that they used. And getting back to the decal sheets next. And okay, good. Don't want to lose that. They're getting very good about this, folks. You know how meticulous as model builders are. They want to make sure nothing is scratched, nothing is busted. So the packing in this kit is very excellent. And we'll take off the backing off this here. Here's the decals here. As you see closely on here, you can see the star and bar on there. Now right there, the star and bar there, that is the Korean conflict that they used. That was the star bar that they used. And right after 1947, when the United States Air Force was first established, the Army Air Force, the Army, they used the same star and bar method. Okay, right here, down below here, this is your trim. The aircraft could be either painted in overall white with a red trim, or the aircraft could be painted white still with a blue trim. It has your license numbers at the bottom. So these are the decals that go to this model, this kit, and the kit's very superb. So I highly recommend anybody getting it if they're into civilian aircraft. I might do this as part 3 to Aaron Newland's trainer aircraft group build. I got to get in the hold of Aaron and find out what's the due date when the group build is completely terminated. So anyway, folks, sadly to say that this thing's all one big bag right here. All these sprues. Oh, good, great. Good, folks, will they'll put tape on it like that, so you can just gingerly pop it off like that, just like Alex did in his. And there's more tape here popped off. Okay, guys, here we go. Now we're making some headway now. Once the baggie has been opened up and removed, the parts will follow. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, guys, and this bag right here, that big bag contained a whole bag full of sprues. Okay, this sprue right here, and this section here, it has your wing struts, and also this fits at the wing root that joins up to the fuselage. And you got your aileron, also your flap indicator, which fits on port and starboard part of the leading edge of the wing root rib, and it shows you how much degrees that the flaps and the ailerons are functioning at. Okay, right here you got the appears to me like it's cockpit 4 right here, which it is. You got your firewall, and you got a lot of small parts that are probably interior parts. And this part here is part of your fuselage side where the cockpit floor is at. And this sprue here, that's by itself right here, this is your undercarriage landing gear covers right there. Here's your clear parts. They're very nice. They're clear as fresh water. I don't know, man. I don't know if the future would make that look even better than it is. But I can tell you one thing, that clear acetate plastic it uses is very nice. I can almost read a book through it. Very nice. It's a nice kit. Okay, boys, here's some more of the rest of the parts here. You got your elevators, rudders, stabilizer, and you got a lot of miscellaneous parts or small sundry parts that fit probably around the engine details, and your shock struts and everything. It fits on here. As I turn around the baggie right there, here's your ailerons right there. Very well detailed. It's going to be a nice airplane. And here's 4 pieces that conclude the top and bottom wing sections right here. And of course, big in my hand, you see how it's going to be a big airplane when we get done with it. And lastly, folks, here's a fuselage right here. It's very nicely detailed. Man, this thing is nice. You can see the fabric texture on there too. It's incorporated in the molding. No ejection pin marks on it either. That's a good plus too. Okay, boys, that kind of sums up the inbox review of both new kits I got at the hobby shop today. So I wanted very much to share my things today with you great guys, because I'm going to build them. Anyway, I'll get back with Aaron and see if I can see how long the group build is going to be, because this steering will be probably done by tomorrow. So right now behind me, I got it hanging up over here, as you can see, and let that primer dry 24 hours. Although I could paint the color right now, but I like to not to. I like to make sure that primer is good and dry. And get to that. Anyway, I'd like to be able to do this cub, add this cub as part 3 of my trainer build. And like I said, I wish I got these a long time ago. I had no indication they're out there in circulation from being released out there to the modeling community. You know, I just stumbled in the hobby shop today and I seen them up here, and boy, I snatched them like a kid grabbing the last 2 baby Ruths. But I'm happy. I'm very happy. And I can add these to our builds on here, and so they go back in the stash until I get some kind of approval from Aaron if I can go ahead and if he can extend it another week, or at least another week on top of the trainer group build he's got going. And I have my stemmer done tomorrow, like I said a while ago, and that leaves me I'm good shape. I can't do nothing to my SPD dotless because I got to wait for some decals. And I love Freddie to death. He's a lifesaver. If your man overboarded all of that ship, he'd be in the fantail and throw you a life ring. He's a great guy, I tell you. I asked him last night, says, "You got any roundels lingering around?" "Yeah, Frank, I got some." Now I got some with the meatball there. That's okay, because it don't matter if it's a meatball or if it's a solid roundel without the meatball. During the Battle of Midway, they used both star and bars. Only the roundel king at the meatball in the center that was used, you know, on the dotless, was eventually removed at the end, almost by July of 1942, and they went back to the roundels by 1943. It went star and bar, and they outlined it with red and everything, and the yellow, and all the other jazz that stated the operations that it participated in. But the roundels he sent me, they're going to be fine. They'll be excellent. So my SVD's on hold right now, so I got her parked behind me over there, so I can't do anything until I get the decals, so I'll put it on hold. And tomorrow I should have my stemmer done, and I'll make a video of that. And I'd like to be able to start this Super Cub over here, because it's calling on me really bad. And see what Aaron has to say, and go from there. Okay, boys, it's time you sign up right here. I've been here over 20 minutes right now. It's the longest I've been on for a long time, and it's right now at the shit's clock over here, and I got exactly I got 24 hours. I got 2,400 hours. I got exactly it's about 12:35 right now, going on to almost 1 o'clock. And I'm getting a little tired right now. I've been building models all day long and take care of business. So it's time for me to hit the part sack and go to bed and leave you guys be. And we'll catch you on the next video tomorrow. Should have completion of my PT-17 Stearman for Aerodynamics Trainer Aircraft Group build part 2 of my part. We'll have that out, and we'll get this one started here. This depends on how much time there's left in the group build, because I like to be able to build this in 2 weeks instead of a week, you know. And models like this, I like to spend. I like to spend anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks is long enough for me. And between drying time and assembly and stuff. But anyway, I'm a happy man right now, so I hope you guys are all happy, and may God bless. And we'll catch you on the next video. And this is Frankie Day signing off, and we'll catch you guys later. Happy modeling, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye, boys.